Folks, copying Rudy. Welcome back. I know it's been ages, and I am sorry. I'll give you an explanation. We moved house earlier this year. We now live near Northampton. I have a LGS that I can now go to called Mana Screw. In Northampton, I get to play Magic almost weekly now, basically weekly, barring anything unusual happening, which is great. I've missed being this active in playing Magic. I'm building so many decks. This is absurd. I've got a challenge, which I could do a video on actually. I've got a challenge for myself to build a deck for every colour combination that is possible in Magic, so that I've got such a massive variety to choose from, and I'm only like halfway through. Magic has changed a lot since my last proper video, which I don't even know when that was. Might have even... Was it this year? Have I done a video this year? I feel like I might have. I hope I have. Powerful cards got banned. This was a debacle. Jeweled Lotus, Mana Crypt, Dockside Extortionist... all in an attempt to bring mana acceleration down, because the speed of the format for Commander was so fast that these cards, that the rules committee were basically saying, look, this is not in the spirit of the game. It is making the game too quick, and the more casual format then has to deal with the fact that sometimes people want a pub stomp, so they'll bring a really powerful deck to a table to kill off the other people. But if they ban these cards, then people are less likely to use them. I understand that people got upset by this. These cards were understandably valuable, as in they had actual money value assigned to them outside of the game, because they were a powerful set of cards. They weren't always used in conjunction with each other, but having them in your deck would probably increase your win percentage, because you would be able to get ahead of your opponents much more quickly. I support the plans. I didn't play any of these cards anyway. It encourages my preferred style of play, which I'm a massive fan of the game, but I am a casual player. Like, I want to play the game in a casual setting with friends and chat, and I like the interaction and the banter and the politicking in a game. It all brings something to it that I much prefer, as opposed to playing specifically to win. Some people want to play to win. It's perfectly fine. If that's how you enjoy the game, you go for it. I want to see the cards do their thing. I want to see people's decks work in a fun way. I want to see people's personal creations demonstrate that that person's gesture to the game. Big surprise, yeah. It supports a more casual play style, so I support it. So at least two members of the CAG. The CAG is the Commander's Advisory Group. So they advised the rules committee on the way that the Commander format, which is what I play, the way that the game ran and what cards were banned in it. Over all of this, two members of the CAG resigned. I'm unsure personally if the CAG actually still exists at the moment. I can't seem to find an answer to that online, but either way, the rules committee, the entire people behind the making the rules of the game, specifically the format I play, not the entire game, they resigned. This was a dark day for the game. Wizards is now in charge of the format, and Wizards is a business. They want to make money, so they're going to do the stuff that makes them money. And that usually means print expensive cards, because people will buy the cards and then they'll get the money for it. It's what a business is going to do. They don't have to care about what people think. They just have to care about making small number become big number, and big number become even bigger number. People threatened the RC. They threatened them over this. They made real life threats to these people over a game. Over a game. Why? Why would you do that? You're idiots. We don't need your bullshit asshole behaviour in this game. If you are one of these people who threatened any member of any gaming community, fuck off. We don't need you. We don't want you. Go away. You've ruined this. I fear that you might have ruined what this beautiful game was with your stupidity and your idiotic behaviour. It really, really grinds my gears to even think about it. Anyway, that being said, it is what it is. It's happened now. Whether or not the game continues to go in a healthy direction, I understand apparently the Wizards are going to be taking advice from more senior members in the community, as it is anyway, to hopefully keep the format at least in a position which is somewhat healthy. But it didn't have to be this way. But people were stupid, and as a result, the game might have gone into a bad direction, in my opinion. The latest controversy of which, by the way, because the train don't stop, Universes Beyond, which I have always thought of as potentially problematic for the health of the game, for the flavour, for the story, for the background, for the history of this 35-year-old game, which I think is probably my favourite game ever, of all time. And I'm a gamer. I play computer games, I play board... You can't see them, but just here, I've got a bookcase full of board games. Just down here is pretty much my entire Magic collection. Just over here is my PC, for which I've been playing computer games since I was a kid. You know? Magic is that important to me. It is that big and beautiful a piece of my life that I'm worried, I'm concerned about how Universes Beyond is increasing in production. Universes Beyond is bringing other IPs, other media, other popular things like Lord of the Rings, Marvel, you name it. Like, there will be a Magic product around it now. Warhammer. I was a Warhammer player for years. They are increasing the frequency in which they're doing these products. This is pushing Magic's own IP sets further apart, and they will, in my opinion, only dilute the game's flavour. I'm sad because I've always loved Magic's lore. The game was massively successful for 25 or more years before... Actually, it's probably closer to 30 years before they even brought in Universes Beyond. Now, obviously, I'm not a member of Wizards of the Coast, despite me repping Magic the Gathering with this t-shirt. So I have no idea what the actual bank figures were looking like for their business. But I believe that the game was successful enough, and it didn't need to do this. They didn't need to bring in Universes Beyond, but they have done. They did years ago. And it's massively successful, unsurprisingly. It's brought in loads of people. Over in the UK here, Doctor Who was a massive set. Like, it wasn't the biggest. Lord of the Rings was. Also, like, I think if I'm right, I think Lord of the Rings was the biggest selling Magic set of all time. Not least because of the media attention brought around with serialized cards, Post Malone buying the One Ring. It's massively successful as a business move. But I am sad because I loved Magic's lore, and Universes Beyond stuff turns Magic from its own high fantasy, standalone, genuine product. It turns it from that into a sort of hodgepodge mishmash of crossovers and collaborations with different universes, where you'll have Darth Vader crewing the Space Marine Predator tank to block the SpongeBob SquarePants wielding Spider-Man's web slingers, whilst Ezio Auditore teams up with Aragorn. And it's like, it's not a cohesive game with its own flavour anymore. Now it's just everything. Now Magic is everything, and I love the game. But it's like Super Smash Brothers. Like, with all these crossovers and stuff. The flavour is just gone. Now it's everything. This is the best way to describe it. And Super Smash Brothers, loads of people love it. It's been a massively successful game, which is why they've done like, I don't know, 6 or 7 versions of it. I don't know. It's never been to my taste. It's never been my sort of game. And yet, somehow, I still love Magic. Somehow I still love it. Like, I will... When I'm sitting at a table and I'm playing across some people... Now I play at an LGS, a local games store. Now I can sit down at a different table every week and play against people who I might never have played before. And somehow the weirdness of these collaborations, it just gets glossed over. Just disappears. It doesn't matter somehow. I don't understand it. I don't understand how my brain can simultaneously be so sad at the loss of what Magic's own setting and story and lore and flavour was, and also be completely apathetic about whilst playing the game. Like, what, all of these cards, they're game pieces, so they all just do a thing. They're like it's like building a puzzle, but the puzzle is made out of 4 different jigsaws, but somehow all the pieces will still fit together. Like, just don't ask me to in flavour work out how a Space Marine would not be able to kill I don't know, anybody. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. I guess it makes sense to me in a game way how an Imperial Guardsman is a 1/1 soldier, and an Imperial Guardsman is a dude with a gun that shoots lasers, right? Or, a machine gun, like a trooper now, but like in space in the future. And a Space Marine is a superhuman. They have been genetically engineered and modified by, ostensibly, a god to be a warrior for humanity, and they are so powerful that if you've got a planet that is getting assaulted by Tyranids, by whatever turns up, chaos, orcs, it doesn't matter what turns up, you'll dispatch Space Marines to it, and you can have 5 Space Marines will turn a planet from open rebellion back to a loyal, subservient piece of the Imperium. It doesn't gel with me how, flavour-wise, a 1/1 Guardsman, 2 of them will be able to take on 1 Space Marine, which is a 2/2. It doesn't. No, there's just a single Space Marine can take on like 50 people by himself and come out on top. It's absurd, but the power level wouldn't work that way in a game. So you'll miss this stuff, like a single Space Marine versus a dragon. Like in Lord of the Rings, Smaug, right? Massive, colossal monster, right? A single Space Marine would actually still be able to put up a fight against a dragon by himself. It's that sort of crazy power level, that disparity that you can't translate in a game properly because it just completely unbalances the game, and yet it's what it is. And somehow I still love the game. I can still sit there and see people play these decks that they've personally invested their time and energy into and their enthusiasm, and I can sit down and I can play against them, and it doesn't bother me at all. I don't get it. This brain. It's weird. But we're going to move on. So the latest Magic set released, I think it's released this weekend. Pre-release was last weekend. I did a pre-release. I did it at Manascrew. And the set is called Magic the Gathering Foundations. This is, I've got a bundle right here. In fact, we're going to be unboxing this one right here. All right. I love it. It's a really fun set. Feels like a proper Magic set. It's a big and important set because it's going to be standard legal for the foreseeable future. They've said that the ballpark figure we've got at the moment is 5 years, possibly or probably longer. Standard is a format for Magic as well, for those who don't know that. Obviously, everything is legal in Modern. All of these University Beyond sets will be legal in Modern, which they weren't historically. They were kind of just for commanders or collectors. But yeah, I have some concerns over some of the power level of some of these cards in Foundations, because if it's just going to be for the foreseeable future legal in Standard, that means these game pieces could be used technically by any deck that they could go into. For example, the Sire of... can I say that word? I don't know if I can say the word. Might get me demonetized. I've already sworn in the video, but it is what it is. Sire of 7 unalivings. It's a colourless card. 7 mana for a creature with 7 abilities. It has 7 power and 7 toughness. It can go in literally any deck you like, and it basically means that any deck going forward will probably include one of these, just because on the off chance your opponent can't deal with it, you can win the game with it. Possibly problematic? I don't know. I don't play Standard. In Commander, it's a perfectly playable creature. Not the best, certainly not the worst, and but again, it could literally go in any deck. There is a mythic rare vampire card in this set, which can technically go infinite, and I'll explain what I mean by go infinite. It can technically go infinite with a common card that's been printed in the same set. So black decks can now put both of these cards in their deck and always have access to an infinite combo going forward for the foreseeable future in Standard. Is this going to be problematic? It could be. I don't think it's a good idea to have, especially not to have infinite combos. I feel like that might prove to be problematic. But like I said, I don't play Standard, so it doesn't directly affect me. But the health of Standard and Modern, Modern's been pretty good from what I understand. I keep my Modern is another format of Magic. I do keep my eyes and my fingers on some of this stuff, but it doesn't really directly affect me. It's more out of curiosity and loyalty to the game. But Standard has been really flagging, apparently. It's like suffering greatly from stagnation, basically. Is power creep the answer for these sort of cards, though? Like, do we want to be playing a game where these absurdly powerful cards won't see play because something more powerful will come in and remove them? Because then you're just increasing the power level of Magic in general, and what you end up with is swaths of cards, swaths of cards from Magic's history will just become entirely irrelevant because power creep will ramp up. I mean, that's been the case. I mean, some of the oldest cards in Magic are still some of the most powerful, but that's because they printed them back in the day and they didn't realise, or they had no scope for how big the game would become or what it would evolve into. But so much stuff that's just irrelevant now. And do we want to power creep some of these more powerful new cards out in the foreseeable future? I don't think that's the answer we want. But then again, if the set was underpowered, would it even sell? Would it be a successful product? And if it wasn't a successful product, Wizards of the Coast would probably, and by extension Hasbro, would probably just not do that sort of thing anymore. And yeah, that might mean the power creep, which is inevitable in Magic, would be slower. But you might also end up going, well, this wasn't successful, so we're just going to lean more heavily on Universes Beyond. And it's not, there's no win here in my eyes. It's personal opinion, of course, but I'm going to keep playing it until I suppose they do something that I ultimately can't forgive. Has that already happened? I don't know. Anyway, we're going to get on. Thank you for listening to my long-winded random chatter about stuff and things and my thoughts. But we're going to open this. We're going to open this bundle, and I am looking forward to it. I really need to get a proper camera set up and microphone for doing these videos. I'm still using, believe it or not, my old Samsung phone, balanced precariously on a camera tripod, which a friend of mine was throwing away because one of the legs was damaged. I wonder if that should be my Christmas present this year. Foundations. Yeah, I've already explained it. So, we know what the boxes are about. We know how there's the artwork. Okay. We've seen the bundle box before. What is this? This is a Angel Lady from New Capenna. What is this? Continue your Magic the Gathering journey. Beginner box, starter collection. Oh yes, this lists all the products that they're associating with Magic the Gathering Foundations. Don't need to do that. There's a QR code there because there's a companion app you can get on your phone. It doesn't really do very much for you outside of events and stuff, but you know, same artwork on the box as there is on the front of the bundle case packaging stuff. So we'll take this out. Pop it out there. What is the dice? Show me the dice. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh, so it's like semi-translucent. It's but they've gone for like a granite kind of effect where there's like flecks of multicolored stuff inside the dice that you can see through the layers. It's difficult to make it out, I suppose, like this, but you can see it's sort of like very slightly translucent. Very pretty. Yeah, nice. Okay. Dice. As always, we've got the card sleeves and stuff with the counters. That's Loot. He's the Pokemon-looking guy from Outlaws of Thunder Junction. On your turn, popular Magic formats. Blocking, how to cast spells, attacking. Oh, like little rules tip cards. Haven't seen those before. Phyrexian Arena. This is still a good card, believe it or not. It's been around for a long time. Yeah, cool. Should we crack the land pack? We'll do the land pack later, maybe. And then we've got all of the... Oh, this is the other thing that's changed. We'll get rid of this box. They now do something called play boosters. So they got rid of draft boosters and set boosters, and they now just do something called play boosters, because nobody was really buying enough draft and everybody was buying set boosters, so now they just sort of combined them into the same thing. We have nine boosters. So, let's see what we get. This is what we're here for, right? Who cares about some 85 subscribers? That's the number I'm on. YouTuber guy talking about his thoughts and feelings and emotions and stuff to do with magic. Well, hopefully you guys. Kato, Cunning Infiltrator. Whenever I play... Oh, so this is the emblem. Right, okay. So Kato is the blue Planeswalker from this set. It's actually a pretty strong card, so I'm interested to see if I get one of them. Oh, this is one of the infinite combo things I was referring to. So this is the common card that goes infinite with the mythic rare vampire. Hopefully not going to prove problematic in the future. Burnished Heart, always a useful card. Reassembling Skeleton, nice. Ash Root Animist in a borderless full art. Lizard Druid. 4 mana, 4/4 with trample. When this creature attacks another target creature you control, gains trample and gains +X/+X until end of turn, where X is that creature's power. And then, oh, we get a foil rare in the pack already. Abyssal Harvester, Demon Warlock for black and 1, 3/2. Exile target creature from a graveyard that was put there this turn. Create a token that's a copy of it, except it's a nightmare in addition to its other types. Then exile all other nightmare tokens you control. Okay. And a foil land. So we'll go with foil land. We'll put you there. A bit of an angle. This is the only way I could get the weird tripod to sit today. Put foil rare there. Put rare there. Uncommons. We've got four uncommons, so we'll put the common stack there. We'll put the uncommon stack there. Pack 1. Didn't see that at the pre-release. Didn't see either of those cards at the pre-release. No idea how good they might be. Certainly seems passable. Zombie token. Or a goblin token. Ooh, there we go. Oh yeah, Think Twice is back. Relatively reliable cantrip kind of card. Those are the commons. Shivan Dragon. For those old school watchers who might remember it from back in the day. Aetherize. Arabo, the First Fang Cat Avatar. Other cats you control get +1/+1. Whenever Arabo or another non-token cat you control enters, create a 1/1 white cat creature token. 3 mana for a 2/2. Yeah, he seems like a pretty solid make tribal cats kind of thing. What is this? This is a foil common Vanguard Seraph. Whenever you gain life the first time each turn, surveil. Oh, surveil in white. Okay. And non-foil common land. So we will put you there. We'll put you there. Pack 3. We're going to try and get through this a bit quicker because I've already done a rambly rant type thing right at the start of all this for 20 minutes, probably, thereabouts. Artwork. What is this? What the hell is that? Oh, it's just like a suit of armour with wings. Oh, cool, okay. And this is Celestial Armour by Olena Richards. Well, it's pretty. It's what they're there for. Burst Lightning's back. Nice. This guy actually was fairly solid in limited. Gleaming Barrier, an old favourite of mine anyway. Dauntless Veteran, Ruby, Daring Tracker, So a 2-mana 1/2 with haste with, yeah, okay. Mischievous Pup and another uncommon. Oh, Blanchwood Armor. Oh yeah, Blanchwood Armor's back. Haven't seen that in a long time. Yeah, uncommons there. What have we got? A Drake Hatcher rare. 2-mana 1/3 Vigilance Prowess. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, put that many incubation counters on it. Remove 3 incubation counters from this creature. Create a 2/2 black Drake creature token with flying. Sure. Okay. Then we've got, oh, that's a beautiful land. That's a Kamigawa Neon Dynasties setting, that is, isn't it? That's a beautiful land. Love it. It's not foil. Still love it. We're going to put you there because I like that. A foil common. We will put you there. Shiny rectangle. And a rare, which we will put there. What am I looking for in this set? I've already got pretty good cards from my pre-release. But I don't know what specifically I might be interested in getting. I suppose it's just, you know, for the sake of not having... Actually, if I hadn't done the pre-release last weekend, it would have been a whole year where I hadn't done any pre-releases because life had just got complicated and busy with the move, and then we've been working on the house and everything. So, yeah. Ooh, Runescarred Demon. It's a tutor on a 7-mana 6/6 flying body. Yeah, it's a pretty solid card. A Drake Hatcher. Oh, we've just got one of you, haven't we? That's one of you there, but this is the Borderless Full Art, blah, blah. Yeah, cool, okay. We'll put you up there as well. This entire stack has been slightly modified by this. What have we got? A basic land. Basic land goes there. There you go. Ooh, Foil Joust through. This is a pretty good combat trick for white. Gains your life. Basically removes anything that's small to medium. Low end of medium, obviously. But 3 damage isn't anything that's to be mocked. You combine that with something that's got first strike that you're blocking with. You know, you can take out a sizable thing with that. Giant Growth. It's going to be in standard legal for forever. Combat tricks in green are always going to be like potentially Giant Growth. Ooh, Leyline Axe. I saw this do some work at the pre-release. Yeah, that was... it's got the Leyline ability of if it's in your opening hand, you may begin the game with it on the battlefield, so you don't have to pay the 4. Equipped creature gets +1/+1, double strike and trample, equipped for 3. So, if we get any Pure Steel Paladin, equipped for 0, you know, if we get any of that sort of weirdness in standard at any point, this axe might just pop off, because this is pretty wild. Double strike and trample is a lethal combination. An offer you can't refuse. In foil. Oh, nice. I use this counter spell. Because it's a bit diplomatic. You're like, oh, well, I've got to counter that. I can't allow you to do that. But you can have 2 treasures. Yeah, cool. We will... Where am I putting things up on there? I'll put that. Oh, and this is a foil swamp. Very pretty. It's another one that's sort of Kamigawa-like, I think. Yeah, cool. Okay. We'll pop you there. 4 packs left. I tell you, sometimes these... Sometimes they... not the camera. Sometimes these packs just do not want to open. A treasure token. Or a food token. Oh, it's cool. Double-sided. Double-sided tokens. Very useful. Bake into a pie. At the pre-release, I baked a land into a pie because the land had been turned into a creature and I made a food out of it. That was one of my more humorous moments. Oh, Healer's Hawk. 1 mana flying life-linking bird. Yeah, okay. All right. Divine Resilience, Empyrean Eagle, Fire Spitter Whelp, Rune Sealed Wall. Oh, Krenko. Yeah, goblins are always going to be a thing, I suppose. Swiftwater Cliffs. And then we've got a foil Cackling Prowler. I think you get a foil in every pack, which is one of the things that play boosters do. Because everybody likes foils, unless you run Mana Crew and you have a history of disliking them. Wow, look at that, that's cool. Fearsome looking dragons. Some little mage dude down there. Rite of the Dragon Caller, Olivia Bernard. Very pretty. I do like those art cards. Got no value to them, as far as I'm aware, but they're cool. Essence Scatter, counter target creature spell for blue and 1, always, I suppose, potentially useful. Ajani's Pride Mate, yeah. What is Raise the Past when it's at home? 4 mana, return all creature cards with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. For 4 mana, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Mossborn Hydra. I've already got 2 of these. This will be my 3rd. This I got up to a 2020 at the pre-release, believe it or not. Came in with 1 counter, doubled to 2, doubled to 4, and then I cast a spell that gave it a +1/+1 counter and hexproof until end of turn because somebody was trying to remove it, which made it a 5, which then doubled to 10, which then doubled to 20. Yeah, it was a game ender. This is a good card. Foil Evolving Wilds. That's a lovely artwork as well. That's really, I like this one. Yeah, cool. You are going there. We'll put you there. And a common land. 2 packs left. Reset the camera. There we go. We've reset the camera. This is the problem because the position I'm in, I actually have to stoop slightly over the top of the camera just so y'all can see what it is I'm getting. Ooh, it's a gold signature one. Is that Liliana? Yeah, it's probably Liliana Vess. And this is Swamp by Stephen Belladin. I have no idea if I'm saying your name right. It's a pretty artwork, dude. Well done. Burglar Rat. Gold Vein Pick. Snakeskin Veil. That was the thing I put a counter on and gave it hexproof. Good green counter. It's a good green, essentially green counter removal. You know, that's a solid card, I found. Heraldic Banner. As this artifact enters, choose a colour. Creatures you control of the chosen colour get +1/+0. That's a good card as well. Zul Ashur, Lich Lord. 2 mana 2/2 with ward pay 2 life. Oh, you may cast a zombie creature card from your graveyard this turn. Yeah, cool, I suppose. Yeah, it's a black thing to do. A foil Felidar Saviour. You are a foil. And, oh, there's the Swamp. It's not foil. Very pretty. Good job, everybody. Last one. And then we will wrap this up. Hopefully, going forwards, I'm going to keep doing my boosters, my Sunday boosters, because I get so many more views from it. Like I'm talking multiple tens of more views, which sounds kind of rubbish when you word it that way. But I'm talking, I'll get 500 plus views from doing a short, which takes me 5 to 10 minutes to edit, and a long form video like this will take me a couple of hours to edit together and put in my memes and whatever. And, oh, Progenitus, amazing. So, is that the only mythic I got, though? I think that's the only mythic I got, but that's a good card. He's a big boy. Yeah, I just get so much more feedback and views from doing these little shorts. And it's sad because I love doing the longer form content, but I guess I'm not part of the mainstream of that, I suppose. Yeah, cool. That's a good card, Raise the Past. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Thank you for watching, everybody. This will be a long video. This will take me a few hours to edit, but it will come out at some point next week, I should think. I will do a Sunday booster next weekend as well. Have yourselves good times and enjoy Magic. And thank you for watching, and do the like and subscribe and all that blah. All right, bye.